The mysterious and supernatural disappearance of Romulus, founder of ancient Rome and the son of Ares, Mars that is. The mysterious and supernatural disappearance of Romulus. In the year 753 BC, the twin brothers Romulus and Remus founded the city of Rome, the legend says. After Remus was murdered, Romulus became the first ruler of the city and reigned for 39 years. The identity of these twin brothers is historical and legendary. According to legend, both were sons of Ares, Mars, that is, the god of war. The disappearance of Romulus, the founder of Rome, mysteriously disappeared from the pages of history. On July 7, 714 BC, he was in his temple to give instructions, then disappeared without a trace. In his work, Ab Urbe Condita, a view of the history of Rome from its foundation to the year 9 AD, the historian Titus Livius states, "One day, while inspecting his troops near the goat swamp, Capra Palus, a storm broke out with deafening thunder. Romulus was surrounded by a dense cloud that hid him from the sight of all present, and from that moment on he was never seen again." Other chronicles describe the mysterious disappearance of Romulus. Some documents date the event to May 26, the day on which a solar eclipse occurred. In many cases of unexplained disappearances, it is said that they are accompanied by extreme meteorological or astronomical phenomena. This was the belief of Plutarch, who described it as follows. The air suddenly became thicker and miraculously changed. The sunlight disappeared and everyone was overwhelmed by an amazing darkness, accompanied by terrifying lightning and thunder. Then the crowd dispersed and fled, but the nobles gathered in a separate group. When the storm ended and the light returned, the inhabitants returned full of terror, asking where the king was, but it was impossible to find him. Was he murdered? Already at that time, rumors and speculations arose from those who believed that he had been murdered. They claimed that the officers, tired of his leadership, had murdered him and cut his body into pieces small enough to hide under their clothes, and then, when they left the scene, they threw them away. But in reality, Romulus disappeared so quickly that in that short time it would not have been possible to do away with him and hide large amounts of blood that would have fallen on the spot where it is impossible to hide this murder. Romulus and the god Quirinus. Julius Procolo was the only one who managed to put an end to the rumors of his murder. Taking an oath, he declared that he had accidentally met Romulus, who had reappeared in a different way. He said that he had a more noble and distinguished appearance than before, and wore armor that shone so brightly that it blinded him. He explained that Romulus was of divine origin. It was the will of the gods that he should be here among men for a while, and after he founded the city that became the most powerful and glorious in the world, and reached the highest peak of human greatness, he returned to the heavens from whence he came. No one ever saw him again, and the Romans worshipped him since then in the form of a god, Quirinus, or for more than 1,000 years. And what they officially say about pre-Roman Italy. The peoples who inhabited the Italian peninsula before the rise of Rome were not genetically or linguistically linked in any clear way. Some spoke Italian languages, others were descendants of Greek colonists who retained their Greek identity, while others belonged to other Indo-European branches. The categorization of all these populations is difficult to impossible due to the lack of refutable evidence. In early Roman history, the head of the state was rex, meaning king, who was elected by the patres, hence the ruling families, except for Romulus, the founder of the city, to rule the city. There are no surviving references to the criteria for the election of the first 4 kings of Rome, although for the next 3, a line of kinship succession from the mother's family was adopted. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.